we people tried to understand that what is section 139 subsection 2, and we have tried to understand that once if you are individual, once you complete the first 5 years, compulsorily you have to take the break of the 5 years. But if you are the firm or the LLP, then it is 2 consecutive terms of the 5 years each. This is how you can perform as the auditor, and once these 2 terms are completed, you have to take the 5 years of break, and here the word what we are using is the cooling period. Before I proceed to other questions or the provisions, let's discuss about which are those companies, because I already explained it doesn't apply to all the companies. It doesn't apply to all the companies. It applies only to class of companies. So what is that class of company? Let's understand. Come to the chapter of audit and auditors, 139 subsection 2. It is written that listed company is the first. Alright, so companies to which section 139 subsection 2 is applicable. So first what we have here, it is the listed company, and second one is unlisted company but having the paid up share capital of rupees 10 crores or more. So please keep it like this, that unlisted company. So first is the paid up share capital, which is 10 crores or more. If we speak about the private company, just a second. Yeah, the same things when we talk about the private company, paid up share capital should be 50 crores or more. 50 crores or more. Alright. So these 2 are the classifications, but still more are there. Apart from this, ये तो है ही. Apart from this, more applicability is also provided. Now look, as far as the paid up share capital is concerned, for public company it is different, for private company it is different. But remaining provisions are applicable to all the companies, and that's why in the rule they have written all the companies having paid up share capital of below threshold limit but having the public borrowings from financial institution, banks or public deposits of rupees 50 crores or more, it is applicable. It is applicable. Alright. So it is trying to say that borrowings plus loans plus deposits, how much? 50 crores or more. 50 crores or more. Alright. Okay guys, so please remember that part. Okay, चलिए, तो ये अगेन गाइस नंबर वाली बात हो गई. So based on share capital, based on the borrowings, how the things are going on. Now let's talk about again the rotation part. अब हम कुछ questions करने वाले. Let's go one by one. Right on guys, questions on rotation. So basic questions already I have completed that. If you are individual, then what's the maximum period you can stay in the company, and if you are a firm, then how long you can stay in the company. You know what, if you are referring the study material, sometimes I have observed that students are a bit confused about this table, illustration 1 and all that. Check it up your study material and tell me whether this table is there or not. Is this table there or not? Because I just want to give a small clarification on that part, and then this thing slide right over. It is not there? Nahin, 139 subsection 2. Is this table there or not? I want to have some comments on that. That's why I'm telling you. Yeah? Page number concern? 10.11. Cross it. Check it off, like it's not applicable to any of the attempts now, forever. Why? Look, what is the table? देखो मैं बता दूंगा, लेकिन एग्जाम के लिए not applicable in short. नहीं, पूछना छोड़ो, possible ही नहीं है that they can ask it. Why? This is for the beginning. You tell me suddenly you are coming up with a provision that from tomorrow all those companies which has completed 5 years or which has completed 5 years 2 terms has to vacate the office. मजाक समझ के रखा है. Today you are launching the rule and from tomorrow we are disconnected from the company. Don't you think the law should give some transit period? Some, not incorporate. Suppose I am the auditor with one company and suddenly Companies Act 2013 launched. The date of launching was 1st April 2014. So till 31st March, I was the auditor. 1st April, I'm not. Or a lot of settlements are pending. Some of my staff is there. Some of the documents are here. So to wind up the relation, don't you think for beginning to transform from old provisions to new provision, some time must be given? You can't ask me in a second. 31st March, 11:59 second, you are auditor. Next second, you are not auditor. What kind of joke it is, yeah? Lot of payments are yet to be settled. And suddenly, how would a company arrange the new auditor, yeah? So don't you think in order to comply this new provision, government should provide you some time period, and time period is given, and that time is the 3 years. So you understand, the person who has already completed 10 years still can work for more. Still, how many years he can work? This 3 years is the transition period. That means the period within which you have to comply this new provision. Yes or no? So guys, even if I have already completed 10 years, still I can continue. How many years? 3. So total number of years I worked as the auditor is 10 plus 3 is equal to. If I have already worked for the 9 years, still how many years I do have? Arey bolo yaar. If I would have already worked for the 9 years, 3. So 12, same way 8, to be 3. So this 3 is nothing but the transit period. I hope you are understanding. In fact, this 3 years got lately amended also. But वो applicable ही नहीं है भाई, because as 2014 add 3 years. These provisions are not applicable 2018 onwards. This is 2023. तो इस टेबल को करके क्या करोगे आप? Now you may have doubt why this is 4 years. If you are a firm, 5 plus 5, how many aggregate? How much you can enjoy? 10, you enjoy just the 6. Now 3 years are not applicable, right? So you can enjoy how many years? 4 years. But are you getting me what I am trying to say? समझ में आ रहा है? एक काम करो, INI टेबल को नहीं करना है तो उसको चेक करते हैं, क्रॉस करते हैं, उसको नहीं करना है। हाँ, ये काम का consecutive years means what? Continuing without break. On break means what here? Continuous 5 years, and that is known as the cooling period. Don't forget that. Clear? All right. Now let's discuss some rules. Now in fact whatever we are discussing that is given in these rules. चलो हम question number 1 ले लेते हैं यहाँ पे. Okay, assume guys, question number 1, there is a company, let's take the company's name is Infosys Limited. KMCA, it is the firm. KMCA, it's the firm which has already completed 10 years, right on here, which has already completed 5 plus 5. Okay, so question number 1 is, can KMCA again continue as the auditor in Infosys Limited? Already KMCA chartered accountancy firm has completed 5 plus 5 means 2 tenure are completed. So third tenure, can it accept? Yes, if Infosys Limited is not class company, because these provisions do apply only to. Okay, but assume that its paid up capital is 60 crores or 600 crores. Now it is compulsory because law clearly says if you are a listed company or unlisted company, as soon as your paid up capital is 10 crores or more, these provisions do applicable to you. Yes or no? So now guys, answer to this question is KMC and associates cannot be appointed as the auditor of the Infosys because 2 consecutive terms were completed. But that's not the question of your exam. KMC and firm has 5 partners. Okay, and those 5 partners are A, B, C, D and E. A, B, C, D and E. Am I clear? There are 5 partners. The problem here is they have decided that fees is very lucrative because Infosys was paying 75 lakhs as the fees. So law says the same firm cannot be appointed, right? So what they have done is they created another firm. They created another firm, MKCA, and all these 5 partners shifted to there. But are you getting my point? So there are 2 firms having what? Common partners. So here A, B, C, D, E, these 5 are partners here as well as here. Are you getting me? Is it possible that one person can become the partner of more than 1 firms? Yes, it is allowed, it is possible, you can. Are bhai, I want to be the partner in 5 firms, who can stop me? It is my choice. It is my choice. So here, try to understand that what if there are common partners? So what should be the answer? If KMC has already completed 5 plus 5, got it, and the same partners are making the another partnership from having the common partners, but a common partners is equal to here same partners. Common partners is equal to here what? Same partners. Then not only this firm is disqualified for the next 5 years, but MKC is also disqualified for the next 5 years. Yes or no? Also disqualified for the next 5 years. Make sense or not? Otherwise guys, you can easily bypass the rules here. What is the point to have these kinds of rules if you can easily bypass the things. Not allowed. Allowed नहीं करना चाहिए. ठीक है? Allowed नहीं करना चाहिए. Am I clear? ठीक है बच्चे. एक और हम क्वेश्चन पढ़ लेते हैं, and that is the question number 2 here. Let's go to the facts. Students, is it clear? इसके notes लिख दो, मैं आपको बता दूं. What? All right. Write down, if the auditing firm has completed its tenure as per section 139 subsection 2, as per section 139 subsection 2, and partners and company has appointed another firm to be an auditor with having same or common partners, it shall not be a valid compliance. It shall not be a valid compliance. It shall not be a valid compliance. As the other firm is also what? Disqualified for the next continuous 5 years. For the next continuous 5 years. For the next continuous 5 years. तो बड़ा ये ध्यान रखना कि ये एक सिंपल सी नोट है जो आपको एग्जाम में काम आनी है. ठीक है. All right. Now let's go to the another question now, and this is the question number 2. Question number 2 goes like this. Suppose PW is an auditing firm, right? Is the auditor of the company named TCS Limited. Okay. And this firm has completed 5 plus 5. 5 plus 5, I am writing the 2 terms of the 5 years, right? Under the signature of, under the sign of Mr. Mathur, who is in charge of, who is a managing, who is a partner of the firm, who is one of the partners of the firm, who is वन ऑफ द पार्टनर्स ऑफ द फर्म। तो ये यहाँ तक समझ में आ गया, कुछ है नहीं, चलो यहाँ तक समझ में आ गई पूरी बात। So in this question the entire focus is on one party called Mr. Matru. I hope my spelling is correct, right? Now what happens here, the point goes like this: Mr. Matru resigns from PwC. Mr. Matru resigns from PwC, right, and joins another firm. Now another firm what he joins here is Deloitte. Got it? Deloitte. Okay, but the point is Deloitte has accepted the audit of TCS Limited. Okay, Deloitte has accepted the audit of TCS Limited. Deloitte has now one more thing, and appointed Matru, Mr. Matru as signatory. Is it valid or not valid? So already TCS Limited was signed by whom? Matru, for the last 10 years. This is the new 5 years. Deloitte is appointed. Deloitte is also the option 5 plus 5 next 10 years. But as Mr. Matru left PwC and joins Deloitte, he was saying that you have good experience of the TCS Limited. Why you don't go there and complete the audit? Matru says, I don't have any problem, I'll go and complete it. But let me tell you, in this way, Mr. Matru is getting the opportunity for the third time. First 5 years, second 5 years, and now this is third, fifth year to go to TCS Limited and to get them audited. But the point is, the first 5 years under the name of PwC, this 5 years under the name of Deloitte. So that's what the question here is. By referring to the relevant rules, explain appointment of Mr. Matru is valid or not valid. Think once. I'm coming. Just a second. First of all, question number one. What's the answer, guys? Allowed or not allowed? The answer is no. It is as well as yes. It is. So we have both answers possible. Yes as well as. Sir, welcome and see you. SIO. So whenever I say the yes as well as no both are possible, that means it is subject to conditions. If conditions are satisfied, allowed. Not satisfied, not allowed. So this is about it. So guys, now how the things will happen here. Law simply बात कहता है that if one partner is here in PwC, he already completed the audit. Not only he was a partner, but he was the signatory also. He resigns from here and joins the another firm, this one, and he's also signatory over there. Whether this appointment is valid or not valid. So what law talks on this situation? Let's understand. So law ये कहता है कि if following two conditions are satisfied, then this appointment is invalid. Okay? On following conditions, appointment shall be invalid. Invalid. Condition number 1, the partner had signed the financial statements as being the partner of the old firm, and he was in charge of the firm. He was in charge of the firm. Under these two circumstances, it is not allowed, otherwise it is allowed. Now look at the question and tell me. आपको पता है earlier I was using that word in charge while drafting the question, if you would have focused, but purposefully I deleted that word and I wrote the word who is just a normal partner. But what kind of partner, it is not mentioned. If he is a managing partner, in charge, then not allowed, because he was signatory as well as managing partner. In charge, not allowed. But here he was signatory, but just a normal partner, not a managing partner, and therefore guys, this appointment is valid. Okay, another same things. What if he is the in charge of the PwC? He was the in charge of PwC, but he was not a signatory. So, and then he goes to Deloitte and wants to sign TCS Limited, then it is valid. So understand, if any one condition is satisfying but other one is not, conditions are not satisfied, it is not invalid. Exactly, both are exhaustive. So what I am trying to say, in between these two conditions there is one word called A and D. And क्या word लिखा हुआ है? So these two conditions are concurrent in nature. Concurrent stands for what? It need to get satisfied together. Okay. Now maybe you are asking, sir, where it is mentioned over here. So let me tell you, here there is one word called in charge. If a partner who is in charge of the audit firm and also certifies the financial statements, certifies means he himself is what? Signatory. Retires from the PwC, that is the old firm, and joins the other firm of the chartered accountants, such other firm is also ineligible. वही तो, डेलोइट पूरा फर्म ही इनएलिजिबल. ये पागल, तेरे को क्या लगा? ये भाई पूरा डेलोइट इनएलिजिबल हो जाएगा. नॉट ओनली मिस्टर माथुर, होल फर्म इज इनएलिजिबल. नहीं देगा, क्योंकि पिछली बार साइन किया है प्लस वो इंचार्ज था. देखो ये अच्छा डाउट है सर, बट डेलोइट ले तो सकता है, दूसरे को दे दो, अपने दूसरे पार्टनर को दे दो. इफ दिस इज सो अलाउड, I can create n number of firms. First of all, I was in charge of the old firm. I signed it. Then I resigned from that. That means that old firm I closed. I joined another firm with somebody else and told that I will not sign, you will sign. 10 lakh rupees, I will give 6, I will give it 2 lakhs. Do you agree? But a market में 2 lakhs पे साइन करने वाले कितने सीए चाहिए? 2 lakhs 2000 rupees पे साइन करने वाले कितने सीए चाहिए आपको? There are some chartered accountants, I'm telling you on record guys, who are certifying balance sheet and profit and loss account just for 2k. Audit report, tax audit report, would you believe it?
So then this really means that if you work in a firm for 10, if you work in the firm for 10 years, then there is no point in leaving that firm because you won't get a job in any other firm.
Job, Chetan, that is I think altogether different debate.
Okay, because you don't have the right to.
No, but why you get a
job? In the same company.
No, it is not like you will not get a job. Look, if you are in charge of the firm, generally you don't retire because you are the main owner of the firm. Bhai. Understand. Today really think owner stands for the founder of the firm. And why would you leave your own firm to join the other one? Generally that logic is also not understandable psychologically. Guys, you have your wonderful jewelry business. Why would you work as an employee in somebody else's jewelry business? Why? You have your own fantastic shop. Be there, no? So that means this facility is given for those who are partners, but not owners, not founders, not managing partners.
What if there is an amalgamation like that?
If amalgamation is happening, guys, let me tell you, law is silent, but I'm telling you, amalgamation contains the common partners or not? Common partners. If amalgamation of the two firms is happening, so can I say both the firms now do have the common partners? Already, this firm having the common partner completed the audit of the company in the past 10 years already completed. So amalgamated new firm is also ineligible. Ab samjho beta, you don't try to find out the loophole. Try to find on the other hand. So according to the law, if there is one loose meaning stands for the liberal interpretation, and there is the strict interpretation. As being the judge of the court, which interpretation you should always take? Strict one. Got it? I know what Chetan is thinking, but so the other firm which is recently merged with this firm, what is their partner's fault? So because of this firm, now that firm's partners are not getting the new audit. Let them be. Ultimately, the government doesn't want that. You should have a bond. To achieve that objective, some auditors are needed to be compromised. Let them be. Because as being the government, public welfare should be given the highest priority over the personal interests of the auditors or the chartered accountants. Dr. Paris?
Sir, this situation, if Deloitte would have taken the audit after 1 year,
has joined as what? As a partner, yeah, in charge. It means like in the past, what was his position? Was he in charge? Only partner or in charge partner? Then whether you already taken, because अगर तू उस बात में करता वो अगर मान ले भाई अगर इंचार्ज नहीं है तो पहले ऑडिट लेते हो बाद में लेते हो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. अगर इंचार्ज था तो उसी वक्त तुम डिस्क्वालीफाई हो जाओगे. उसी पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे तुम क्या हो जाओगे? डिस्क्वालीफाई हो जाओगे. पूरा फॉर्म डिस्क्वालीफाई फॉर द नेक्स्ट 5 years.
So what about this case,
Mr. Look, if he comes as what, that is very important. He comes as what? Is he coming as a manager? Huh? My question is, Mr. Mathur is coming. What was his position in the old firm? That is the determining factor. Second determining factor is, did he sign the same company's balance sheet or not? Shreyas, are you understanding? If he is coming as a normal partner, then signature we no need to look at. But assume that he was the in charge. You will definitely ask that you were in charge in the previous firm. Also, were you certifying that? And if answer of both these questions are coming yes, whole firm is disqualified no matter when the audit was accepted, before his admission or after his admission. Under both the circumstances, the whole firm will be disqualified, and that's what I think the wonderful provision. Ye acha provision. Acha provision. Okay.
So should we disclose anything that he has signed?
That is an internal contract, and it's common sense, of course, yes. And even if it is not disclosed, you know that this firm is accepting that. It is your duty as a partner to tell them, "Bhai, if you want to accept, please mind well, I have already done this, and now you are disqualified, so let me resign first, and then you accept." It is your duty, bhai. You have to disclose them later or sooner, even if it is not disclosed. आपको बोलना पड़ेगा अगर वो जा रहा है. Shall I go to the third question? The third question is very interesting, and I would say, अब पता नहीं should I pause it or should I stay on record? लेकिन किसी को बोलना नहीं. ये जो थर्ड क्वेश्चन है, ये थर्ड प्रोविजन है, It is a slap on all those big consulting firms. Big consulting firms. I'm sorry, I should not take the names, but yet it's a slap of the government. How come? Deloitte, it is an international brand. Do you agree with that? Deloitte international brand है भाई. PwC. Will you find this PwC office in UK, in USA? It is there. As well in India. So earlier, what was the position? In fact, अभी जो नया amendment आया after 2008, the situation changed. Earlier, what was the thing? Let's say PwC is there. It is the international standard company, very much standardized. It will hire some chartered accountants from India. Let's say firm number 1, CA firm, firm number 2, firm number 3, and firm number 4. So what if PwC would have done that, it will contact the firm number 1 and say that I will let you to sign your client's balance sheet under my tag. And what PwC is, ask the global leaders, they will tell you about it. So I am ready to share my franchisee with you. Firm 1 is asking the question. Let's say firm 1 has the 4 partners. Here there are 6 partners. Here there are 3 partners. And here there are, let's say, 5 partners. So these are the 4 different firms we have. So firm 1 will ask a question to PwC, what is my benefit? So PwC क्या बोलेगी, right now how much fees you are charging? The firm 1 say 2 lakhs. PwC, if you are using my franchisee, then you can charge 25 lakhs. If you use my franchisee, you can charge 25 lakhs. बेटा TCS को बोलो चिराग अखानी भी CA हो, साइन कर देंगे, क्या वो मेरे पास आएंगे? पता नहीं फ्यूचर का, बट प्रेजेंट में तो चलो मेरे पास आ भी गए तो डू यू रियली थिंक विल दे पे मी 25 lakhs? बट PwC में बार्गेन ही नहीं है. They are charging like a bomb, you don't know. Why? Because their signature means global recognition. My recognition? But Christ में मुझे दूसरा डिपार्टमेंट नहीं जानता, तो ग्लोबली तो कहाँ की बात आई, छोड़ो. हाँ, जो लोग मेरे सब्सक्राइबर है मेरे यूट्यूब चैनल में, वो शायद मुझे जानते हो. ये कह के मैं मेरे यूट्यूब चैनल का प्रमोशन नहीं कर रहा हूँ. So firm 1 agreed. So PwC said, okay, fine, you will charge 25 lakhs. Out of the 10 lakhs, you give us back. Give us back as a franchisee fees. So you understand, firm 1 agreed, same way, firm 2 agreed. Are you getting this? Then firm 3 agreed, and at the end, firm 4 agreed. So guys, you tell me this, all the 4 chartered accountancy firms are working under what control name? PwC is the control name, yes or no? And this concept in the law is known as the common control. उसको हम किस नाम से जानते हैं बच्चा? It is known as what? Common control. Do you understand what I am saying? इसी को ही तो हम common control कहते हैं. Now देखो PwC ने क्या सोचा था पहले. If my firm once 10 years completed, I will shift the audit to firm 2. फॉर्म 2 ने कंप्लीट कर लिया तो अगेन फॉर्म 3 ने कंप्लीट कर लिया, फॉर्म 1 या फॉर्म 4. So this could be possible that one common control brand name, under that there are so many chartered accountants, so many partners, one has completed, break for the 5 years, till the break he is enjoying, you can pass it on to somebody else. But now this is not possible. Why not possible? That once the law said over here that as soon as the first firm has completed its 10 years, 5 years, 2 terms, all the other firms under the common control will be disqualified. So guys, it is not about just one firm of PwC. Entire PwC franchise is disqualified for that company. नहीं समझो. Isn't it just like a slap? So if you have completed, let's say, audit in let's say 30 companies, just in a year you have to abandon all the 30 companies. You want to audit, even in fact company wants to give, but law क्या कहता है? तू वहाँ ये यहाँ और connection allowed है ही नहीं. Okay guys, so where these things are mentioned, I want all of you to just focus on this. Okay, the incoming auditor or the audit firm shall not be eligible if such auditor or audit firm is associated with the outgoing auditor. What do you mean by this? If firm 2 is coming, but the firm 2 is associated with the firm 1 or not? How come they are associated each other under the common control? So it is written that if new incoming auditor is associated with the outgoing one, or audit of the firm under the same network of the audit firms. Now what do you mean by same network? So here the term same network includes the firms operating or functioning either to or in future under the same brand name or trade name or under the common control. So tell me in this example, all the 4 firms are working under the common control or not? Yes or no? So as soon as the first one is disqualified, all the remaining 3 are also disqualified. But am I clear to all of you? I want everyone to just have the look at once here. एक बार इसको देख लो, एक बार इसको देख लो, फिर हम आगे बढ़ते हैं. यहाँ तक समझ में आ गया सबको? So guys, that was all about 139 subsection 2. I hope you understood, guys, the cooling period concept, and even before that, like, you understood what was the objective behind introduction of this rotation things, like, okay. And if you are shifting from, if you are shifting from one form to other form, what are the provisions? Now एक और question ले लेते हैं. This question is not been asked in exam, but this is the last question for section 139 subsection 2. Penalty and the fine I want that you should do on your own. मैं penalty class में नहीं कर रहा था, but वो लंबा हो जाता है until and unless it is askable in exam. So now this is the question, and you have to write, you know, the procedure to appoint. I know it's ordinary resolution, but what happens before this? Okay, so assume, guys, that's a company. Company's name is XYZ Limited. Has 8 directors in board, out of which 4 directors are the members of audit committee under section 177. Under section 177. This year, auditor is going to complete. This year, auditor is going to complete its tenure. Mr. Chirag is selected as proposed director proposed auditor by the board, and the same is recommended to the general meeting for the further consideration by referring the relevant provisions. Explain, is it valid? Explain, is it valid? Explain, is it valid? So beta, that is what the question. 6 marks. ठीक, अब सॉल्व करते हैं. अब आप कहेंगे कि भाई क्वेश्चन तो सीधा साधा है, गलत क्या है? You tell me at the end of the day, who is appointing the auditor? Shareholder. बोर्ड ने क्या किया है? सिर्फ रेकमेंड किया. तो गलत क्या है? Is this valid? But the answer to this question is no, it is not valid. In fact, the law has the rules on recommendation. Law has the rule on. Come on, guys. So, okay, guys, let's understand how the auditor shall be appointed. So, a count in okay, Dhanush has the question.
Shareholders will recommend.
Board will recommend to the shareholders, and shareholders will then decide about.
Board agrees to the recommendations of the audit.
Are that you leave it? You just focus to my question first. You're reading the book. Wait. I'm coming to that. Let me give the answer first. No, that is in what context? I know. वो मैं भी करवा रहा हूँ. But ये question समझो. In the question, it is about the recommendation, right?
Sir, the question is whether it's valid. It is valid.
It's not valid. Answer is already. भाई जवाब पहले दिया जा चुका है. हमें ढूंढना है why. Why it is not valid? Why it is? Come on, guys. Why it is not valid? ये valid क्यों नहीं है? आइए बताते हैं कि ये valid क्यों नहीं है. So, guys, there is one diagram I want to give. How to?
Sir, he is not.
Yeah.
Good question.
Okay.
Now, fine. Of course, it's. मुझे मेरी तारीफें करना अच्छा नहीं लगता. मैंने सोचा ठीक है, लेकिन जब आप तारीफें करवाना ही चाहते हैं तो मैं क्यों पीछे हटूंगा. हाँ, सी नहीं, अब तो नहीं रहा, CH ही रहा. बस ओके सकते. ठीक है, चलिए मस्ती मजाक बहुत हो गया, थोड़ा आगे बढ़ते सीरियस बात करते हैं. How to appoint auditor? If this question comes to your exam, come on, guys, this wouldn't be less than 6 marks. So far it's not asked, but fine, in case it comes, तो आप क्या करोगे? चलो solve करें उसको. So basically, how to appoint auditor? We have the two types of companies. We have two types of company. Okay, let's go one by one. We have these two types of companies. First, companies no need to appoint audit committee under section 177. डेकोरेशन मैं पहले बहुत करता था, अब थोड़ा कम कर दिया. Okay, how is it now? So basically we have these two parameters. The first one is companies no need to appoint auditor, and of course second point is companies need to appoint audit committee. There are two things. Let's talk about something. What if the company doesn't need to appoint auditor? So guys, over here, if audit committee is not there, then board is the superpower, right? So guys, who will recommend the auditor? Board. So here the answer will be board shall recommend the auditor to members in, of course, general meeting to get the auditor be appointed. Board shall recommend. Board shall recommend. So at this side there is nothing much to discuss. But okay, by referring to the question, tell me in exam, क्या पूछा गया है? Blue color or orange color? Like in this question, which side is taken into consideration? Like question is based upon this part or this part? Orange or blue? Orange लिखा था भाई. There are 4 directors जो audit committee में हैं. मतलब भाई कंपनी के पास क्या है? Audit committee है. और जब audit, what is the importance of the audit committee? Just in the morning session I told that audit is just not the normal inspection now, normal examination. It is now taking the place of the vigilance department. That's what I said. Vigilance department. The department which maintains the vigilance in the company, that committee is known as audit committee. So its main task is just to ensure that a company doesn't make any frauds or misconduct. Okay? मुझे उसमें नहीं जाना है. Law says that according to section 177, if certain conditions are satisfied, then that class of companies, it is mandatory to have audit committee having some minimum number of members as directors. कुछ directors उधर member रहेंगे. Okay, I want to continue with this. So guys, if companies need to appoint the audit committee under section 177, then try to understand. Audit committee shall recommend the auditor to board, not to the members. To the board. Now we have, there are 2 options. यहाँ पे हमारे पास 2 options हैं. Board agrees to recommendation. Dhanush, अब समझ में आया? Board agrees to recommendation, and second option is what? Board doesn't agree. Board doesn't agree. So I think you can understand that which is going to be a little bit hectic to understand or challenging to understand. Look, if board agrees, we don't have any problem, right? If board agrees, the recommendation given by the audit committee, given by the audit committee, तो क्या होगा बेटा? The same answer will continue. This one. Board shall recommend the auditor to the members. Make sense or not? So audit committee to the board and board to members. But real confusion starts when board doesn't agree. Board doesn't agree. Then what law says? If board doesn't agree, then law has said that board has to revert the decision back to the audit committee for reconsideration. Okay, revert back. I am trying to say board shall revert it back. It stands for revert the recommendation back to whom? To audit committee for reconsideration. It is exactly like this that board has recommended C.H. Iragakhani. Audit committee has recommended C.H. Iragakhani. But board didn't like it. Board को क्या लगा? अरे भाई पागल हो गया, चिराग, उसके पास टाइम ही कहाँ है, पूरा दिन तो क्राइस्ट पर खड़ा रहता. So they said no, we want some other options. Now there are 2 points. There are 2 points possible. What are those 2 points? Either audit committee agrees the recommendation, or audit committee doesn't agree, the recommendation, the reverting back of the board, I hope you are understanding this. अरे भाई समझ में आ रहा है? So if audit committee agrees the recommendation, तो क्या हो? Then what will happen? Then audit committee shall recommend another auditor to the board. I'm just copying and pasting the things from here and there, right? Nothing much. Are bolo? But now the point comes, what if the audit committee doesn't agree the recommendation and committee wants to stick to CA चिराग, तो क्या करोगे? उन्हें यही कहने पर चिराग के अलावा कोई नहीं, वो वही एकमात्र बंदा है, वही वो ऑडिट करेगा. तो मुझे एक बात बताओ, which is superior, board or committee? Committee is one of the small fractional part of the board. So board is giant. Committee is the small parts of the directors to perform certain tasks. So committee will report to the board. So reporting authority is what? Board. So superior authority is ultimately what? Board. So as here they have said, if audit committee doesn't agree to the recommendation given by the board, reverting back, okay, then what are the options available? So law ये कहता है, in this situation board may disregard the recommendation of AC. AC stands for audit committee, and may recommend own candidate to whom? To the members. Very good. May recommend own recommendation to own candidate to the members. However, there is one exception. What I would like to put is here. However, come on guys. However, board needs to record the reasons for the same. What do you mean by board needs to record the reasons for the same? Record where? In the minute books, in the board report also, that why board didn't obeyed and followed the recommendation given by the audit committee. So here board is just answerable, not punishable. So guys, if I'm asking you today that is it compulsory to obey all the instructions of the audit committee, what should be your answer? No guys. आप सिर्फ रीजन देखो भाई, हमारे अपने खुद के कंसर्न से. So we are rejecting committee's recommendation and we are putting forward our own recommendation. So guys, this is the entire process about how the auditor should be appointed. और मैं थोड़ा zoom कर लूँ बच्चे इसको. Now मुझे question बताओ, even though the company has the committee, who recommended? If you look at the question, बच्चा, come here. Even the company has audit committee under section 177, but who recommended? Board. Is it valid or invalid? It's invalid. Guys, board can recommend only if committee doesn't want to change your recommendations. If the committee doesn't want to agree to your recommendations, then board can go. And board cannot casually go. It has to record the reasons for that. Without recording reasons, you can not go there. आपको reasons record करने पड़ेंगे, तब जाके आप कर पाओगे. Do you understand what I am saying? मात्र. So guys, this diagram आपको पूरा याद होना चाहिए. And with this guys, I'm concluding that the section of which I started since morning is now finally coming to the end, and the name of that section was 139. But did you understand? I told you more than 20 power pack questions are possible out of this theory. Still much more is possible. Is 139 clear in everyone's mind? Appointment of the first auditor,
Yes.
casual vacancy, regular auditor in both the types of companies, government as well as non-government. After then, we also tried to understand that what is the rotation, rules regarding rotation. If one company, one partner retires from the one firm and goes to other firm, what are the points, what if the firms are operating under the common control, तो फिर क्या होगा, and there are so much more many questions. समझ में आया? तो बेटा यहाँ पे 139 खत्म हुआ है. कोई डाउट है?